in this class we are going to solve some of the other programming questions that are repeatedly asked in our software companies as an interview. So here in our first question, it has a two tasks to do that. First is bus, and then we are going to solve the find longest word. So here I open my script file. Now our first task is bus concept. So here now I'm going to write the program. That is, first of all I create a function, and I named that function as bus. So inside the parameters so here is the parameters. So inside that I write a program that I use the for loop for this. So for loop, here let I assume that the condition inside the for loop is let I is equal to 1. So that means I assume that the value of I starts from 1. Then my condition is I is smaller than or equal to 100. So then this I will be incremented. So I use this symbol to denote that. So inside that, let the output will be displayed here. So then if I assume that the I value is equal to, that the I value is divided by 3 and it gets a denominator as strictly equal to 0, then the output will be is equal to is the same as if the I is divided by 5 and it gets the denominator value is strictly equal to 0, then it's displayed the value as bus. So then I console log it. So otherwise, if there is some output will be displayed in this, so that the output is I. So here I call the function that is bus. So here I call this function. So now we are going to execute this code. So you can see here's the 98 and then this is 99 and the 100 is bus. That means here the condition is satisfied. Let I assume that the value of I starts from 1. So it starts from 1. Then this I will be smaller than or equal to 100. So the number is displayed between 1 to 100. Then its increment. So 1 to 100 will be here. So for this condition, you can see the output will shown as 1, 2, then fizz. So this fizz satisfies this condition, that is this 3 is divided by 3, so its denominator is 0, so that the output will be displayed as fizz. So here the 4, the denominator is 1, so this 4 just printed. So then you can see bus, that means 5 divided by 5 is equal to 0. So the divided by 5 is printed the output as bus. So here the bus will be displayed. So this concept is repeatedly until it reaches the condition that I provide us 1 is smaller than or equal to 100. So until it will reach the 100, this condition will be repeatedly. So this is the bus concept. I hope you understand that. So now we are going to see the next question is find the longest one. longest word. So this find the longest word. It is a very normal word because this is helps to find if you provide some of the paragraph or a sentence. It will helps to find which is the particular word is in largest in that sentence or a paragraph. It will be denoted that. So here we are going to start write the program. First of all, I create a function, so that I name that function as find longest word. So find longest word. Inside that parameter, some of the words should be as an input. So I write that words. So inside the curly braces, let I assume the longest word is equal to, then here I write a for loop condition. That means for let I assume that I is equal to 0. So the I starts from the value 0. Then that condition is I is smaller than the word's length. So then the I should be incremented here. So inside that I open a curly braces. So here I provide a condition if the words is, so I give the value I in the array. So I dot length that was greater than the longest word. So inside that I also open a curly braces. So here the longest word is equal to words. So here it will return. So that is return longest word. So first of all, I want to explain this code. This is that I create a function and I name that function as find longest word. So inside the parameters, I enter the words. Okay, so it is a function that takes array of a word as a parameter. So now then the next one is let longest word is equal to sum of the values. So this initialize that the longest word as an empty string. So inside that that I don't enter any value, so it is an empty string. So it can be stored the longest word. So this one can hold the longest word. So this is my function that is longest word. So inside that I create a for loop. So let I assume that the value of I is equal to 0. Then that I is smaller than word's length, then I should be incremented. So this loop iterates each word in the array. So then I write if words I dot length is smaller than longest word dot length. So inside this loop it checks if the length of the current word is greater than the word of the current longest word. So this condition is used to identify that. So then the longest word is equal to words I. So it is the current word is longer. So this condition will show what is the current word is longer. So in this condition, if the current word is longer, it updates the longest word with the current word, so that it helps to change the current word's length is based on it. So then this for loop is until continuous the words array have been checked. So inside this array the words values can be checked by using this array concept. So then here I provide some of the inputs, that is, let I assume some of the word list as inside that array. I provide apple, then banana, then orange. So here, so once again I provide a long test one is pineapple. So here I provide the longest pineapples text. So okay, here we are going to check. So here I also going to call the condition, that is, let the longest word is equal to find longest word that is in the word list. So here I console log it with my function name, that is longest word. So here I execute this program. So you can see the pineapples can be shown as the longest word in this text, which I give as an input in the array. So this is helps to find the longest word. So here we are going to see our next question was. So here in our task 2 we have 2 questions, that is async, await, and then array flattening. So first of all we are going. So now we are going to see async and await. So first of all we are going to start write the program, that is, first of all I create a function and I name that function as fetch data. So it helps to fetch the data from that. So inside the parameters I don't give any input. So here I open the calibrators. So inside that it will return a new data. So return. So async and await will be declared as a promise concept in this. So here the new promise was resolve arrow function, that is data calibrators. So inside this calibrators I set a timeout in this. So set timeout. This is so set timeout inside this arrow function. I resolve, that is a data can be fetched here. So then I enter the set timeout for time is 20 milliseconds, that is denoted here. So then here I write a async function. So that is async function. So I also name that as fetch data. Fetch data async. So inside this I don't provide any parameters. So inside that, let I assume let data is equal to await fetch. So here I call the function that is fetch data. So we call the function. So now inside that I console log, that is the data. Sorry, I opened the curly braces inside. So first of all, I explain this code. That is nothing but in this fetch data is a function. So fetch data is my function, and it will return a promise, that is return new promise. So inside this constructor, I would set a timeout in this. So that means so the constructor, I will start the set timeout concept in it, and it will the delay as 20 milliseconds. So that means 2 seconds. So after this timeout, the resolve function should be called with an argument, that is the data fetched. So this data fetched can be called by within the 20 seconds. So that the asynchronous operations are going to stimulate in this program, and it was completed successfully. So then the fetch data async is an asynchronous function, and this can be declared with the async keyword. So this asynchronous function is simply denoted as async function, and then is you inside this is use await function in it. So this await is a resolution for the promise that are written by the fetch data. So this fetch data promise can be written by using this await method, and then this await keyword makes the function pause and wait until the promise can be resolved. So the above promises can be resolved, and this await can be wait until it can be solved. So then so that the promise was completed. So then after the 2 seconds, the result will be assigned as the variable. So here I am going to run this code. So here it can take 2 seconds to run this code. So okay, some of the issue is raised in that is, so okay, this code don't show that output because I don't call that function in here, callback function action in this. So here it's a simple error, that is fetch data async. So here I call that function. So okay, now we are going to run this. See, it has take 2 seconds to run this program, that is the data fetched will be displayed. So this is the async and await program. So okay, now we are going to solve our other programming question, that is, so the next now we are previously solved the async and await questions. Now we are going to do the array flattening. So here I open my script file. So we are going to solve the array flattening. Array flatten. Okay, now we are going to start the program. First of all, I create a function and I name that function as flatten array. So inside the parameters, I need to enter the value as in array format. So array. So inside the curly braces, it will return. So that array will be declared in this function. So it will be reduced as the flat and the current. So here I open the arrow function that is declare the flat dot can get. So then I open array, then is array is now in the current position, so that current will be declared in this. So this is the question that can be the flatten array should be as the current So this is a flatten array program. Here I once again explain that is the flatten array is a function that is recursively the function use the reduce method in this. It iterates over the elements of the input that is in the array. Then here the for each element that is the current is an array. It checks if the element is in the array that are using the array dot is array in current. So if the element is an array, it recursively calls the flatten array. So this will be called in this, that is the flatten array current to the nested structure. So inside this we created a nested structure to denote that. So if the element is not an array, it is directly added to the flatten array that is named as the flat. So then here I provide an example that is in the nested array. That means first of all I create an array. Inside that 1 2 3 2 1 2 3 4 5 6. So the 2 and 5 are inside some of the nested array, and 3 and 4 are has a separated array. So this is a nested array structure. So here we are gonna execute this program. Okay, concat is not defined, the error is identified. That means concat, okay, current so what is the error in this course? So okay, now now in the previous code I can't declare the concatenate properly, so here I modified this code. Now we are going to run this. So here you can see the value 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, that all are inside that only one array. So there is a no nested array can be denoted in this output. So this is the array flattened. So now we are going to see the another task is, so here we are going to our next one is memoization function. So let me explain that. So here I start to write my program. That is, first of all I create a function that name as memoize, then say the parameters. This is a function. So here I open the curly braces. Inside that, let I assume let catch is equal to, then it will return a function that is arguments. So here inside this curly braces, let I assume let key is equal to, that is the JSON can be used in this. So in our advanced class we are start to learn the JSON in this. So the JSON can be used in this. So JSON dot stringify, that is arguments. So then if a catch inside this array, I enter the key for this. So here open the curly braces. Inside that I also denote that catch and this key is equal to the function so okay, now it will return that the catch inside this array, the key. So again now we are let to assume the value, that is let add is equal to a comma b. So here I provide arrow function that is denoted that the console log will be performing the addition. So performing addition action that can be used in this. So performing addition. So here it will return the value, that is a plus b. So here let us assume let memoize add. So it can be shown as memoize add. That function will be called here. So let I console log it. So console log, what is the name? Memoize add. So here I provide the value, that is 1 and 2. So first of all I'm gonna explain this code. That is the memoization is a function that is checked as the function name, that is memoize, and it has input as an argument, and this initial is the catch, that means that object catch. So it will return so it will return an anonymous function that takes a number as an argument, so that this declared as the arguments a or gs. So this function serves as the memoized version of a original function. So inside the memoized function, it creates a unique key, so that the key will be displayed in this inside the array. So it creates a unique word for the current of the argument using the JSON stringify. So this key is uniquely provided for the JSON stringify that is in the arguments. So this key is used to identify the specific combination of an argument, so that this line declares the specific argument. So here are provided if conditions, that if this checks that the result given by that the arguments is already present in the catch, so if it will be displayed. So if not, the catch key it invokes to calculate the result and store it in the catch. So here it will return in the catch. So then finally we are going to the catch result that is associated with the key. So here we are going to see that example I provide the value in this. So this memoization function is used to create a version of add called memoization adds. So here I perform a memoization add. So the first call of the memoization add I will call that is 1 and 2. This will triggers the original add function, that means 1 plus 2 is 3. So this log so here I run this code, you can understand. It will provide the answer as 3. So it will perform the addition without we have stored in this. So this 3, the result is stored in the catch. So this is memoization function. So here, okay, thank you students. In our next class we are going to do some of the other programming questions that can be asked in the introduce. So thank you students.